finished your march through the kind of
Mm-hmm.
horrifying mountainsides, kind of walking through a storm and entering into a weird shop where you found a magical bell that basically can shunt anyone out from it and move them to occupied spaces and kind of
Yeah, it's a
do
great,
all sorts of weird different things.
great time. It's my
You get this
favorite.
weird bell that allows you to basically open up this shop. You don't really understand all that comes with it, but you definitely know it's something kind of weird. Then Ravana uh,
Mhm.
is talked to by their necromancer kind of inhabitant, and Ravana says, "Hey, can you give me more juice?" And the dude says, "Sure." And with that, Ravana taps into more of the necrotic power,
More
gaining
juice.
part of themselves and getting the Vector Touch spell that they can
Got the
cast once per
trend.
day, but are also now lawful evil and are scar and I'm sorry, and have a trauma of being told, which means that
They have no bonds to
they
anything
have
or
no
anybody.
they do not care about anybody.
R.I.P. Silver.
Yeah, they have like nothing else matters to them except for just whatever they have before them. And then the last thing was the big blue fruit, in which everyone's they're just shocking themselves.
Not everyone. Specifically me and Tox. And then I was an idiot, and I was like, and he's like, "Is there sap in this tree?" And I was like, "I got you," and proceeded to stab the tree and almost
You got hit by a
died.
lightning bolt. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I was also really quickly because I had this question and and it didn't come up because it didn't have to worry about it. How like straight so like not going to death states, just like you got so much damage you just straight die. Is it double maximum hit points or doubling current hit points?
No, double max.
Double max. Okay. So like if that hit me, I think it was like 47 damage. If it hit me for like 78, then I'd be like, no, you just die. I was like,
Yeah, you. So, you guys do have a little bit of that in some vials, though, and you're able to hopefully use that for some different purpose.
yes.
Um,
We have in a
and
bunch of
now,
different things.
Oh,
and
can
now,
I?
oh, did I send you guys the sheet for
You
stress yet?
did not. I
Let me
know that
send
was
that.
something that you did talk about though, was the stress thing.
Let me send
Oh,
it. It's very fascinating, though.
real quick, I do have a small question that came to my mind the other day.
Yep.
So I am possessed by this evil necromancer, correct?
Satan
That is
himself, basically, yes.
Ain't they also possessed by a random spirit? Am I too?
Um,
that is also true.
How are they fighting for control? What's
I
any
Let me
don't.
ask you a
information on that?
question. If you put a poodle and a Rottweiler in the same room together, which one's in charge?
The Rottweiler.
Yeah,
This is the scenario that
yeah.
they're in. Are they
Also,
fighting for anything? No. The Rottweiler's in charge.
also realistically, the one that was possessing you beforehand, they didn't care who was in control. As long as their necklace doesn't get touched, that's all that matters. Necklace is still on, we're good. That's all
Okay.
that matters.
I have dropped the stress document for you guys so you can look at it. Um, what's interesting with this is so you guys have you guys had 10 what 10 sanity before
11,
or
but
11
yeah,
11
yeah.
so you have 11 stress points. Okay. You guys can read through that whenever you get a chance, but basically it now gives you a use for your sanity or your stress. Now you can actually use it to basically get advantage or
Oh.
trigger flashbacks. And
Oh, the flashback thing seems so interesting. I'm kind of down for that.
Ooh.
so you guys can look through that while
Word. Let me update that and then from how it says. Oh, he's perished.
You
Stress.
guard.
All right, so now I put it on. Can you stop snarfing around? There's no food on the floor. Relax, buddy.
Be right back 1 second.
Chase, I love you so much. Relax. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Oh, not the fate roll. Oh, it's always so scary. The fate rolls make me scared. And cannot be.
So, where did I leave off? Because I just accidentally just exited out.
No, you're fine. I think we were just talking about how basically we're gonna have 11 stress, how it can actually be used. Like,
Yeah, you can use that.
yeah. I'm going over it now. The flashback stuff seems really cool. I like that
It's
actually
really
a lot.
Yep, it's really really neat, and it doesn't cause it to happen. You still have to make checks and stuff, but it gives you opportunities to do things like as if your character was planning for something. So, um, what's really neat though, for you guys
Okay,
is now that you're on the outskirts of that forest, you have taken a short rest.
We did.
You guys see smoke off in the distance. And with that smoke off in the distance, you guys know that there are people from all around sneaking their way into this forest coming for this feast. Not just black beasts, but it seems like even just regular people.
Wait, regular
Yes,
people?
because you guys were like, there seem to be like charmed to some degree, but they're coming to this feast, is what it seems like. You guys met some on the road.
Hmm. First thing I want to do is lean over to Isaac if he's near me. Is like, so are we gonna talk about Ravana at all, or are we just gonna wait to see what happens?
We should probably talk about it before something gets out of hand. I feel like something's off with her.
I believe so too. I'm really worried about it. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Let's just approach it carefully.
I'm gonna let you do that then because I'm not very careful, as we come to find out. I don't know if you remembered what happened just literally a few hours ago, but I was smoking at your feet and tasted storm clouds. So...
Fair.
Smoking at your feet and tasting storm clouds. Quotes to live by.
I realized out of context it could be just like Parnux was tripping out of his mind, but in fact it was he literally decided to, as Daniel put it, take an axe to a like city generator. Just
Yeah, it was yeah. It was quite
fun fact, I just finished editing that one. I have a clip of that one. Oh. But yeah, so he's gonna lean over to Isaac, and then after this, he's just gonna like sit down and kind of like lean, like look kind of nonchalantly as kind of we're discussing, because like the way it's implied basically is like we're definitely coming up on this just fight.
Not necessarily. You see, like, you definitely see other, like, you've seen, like, even when you guys are sitting off the campsite, you've seen other humanoids. You just get the sense that people are like coming here.
Okay.
Like, other people are charmed that are coming here, but they still are.
Okay.
So it gives us an implication. If you wanted to try to play the part and sneak your way in that way, you reasonably might have a chance of doing so. That is the implication.
I'd be down to try to sneak instead of fight.
Same.
So.
But it's a matter of if we can convince Ravana to go along with the plan or not, I guess.
I mean, if they don't, we kind of just die. I don't think we should really stand much of a chance against some of the things that are around
at this
here.
time, Cox had Bismuth and is that everyone?
Yeah, Tox and Bismuth.
are just chilling off in the distance. Tox is talking about another body in the room, and you have no clue what that means, and you're sometimes worried about his mental health. But you know,
they're
in it for the long.
Tox and Bismuth are just really, really interested in talking about the moon goddess Uthiel. Tox is their blade, and like Bismuth has, they're paid having that as their goddess. They're like, yeah, so like Uthiel, kind of sick, right? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I've been talking about.
That's what I've been talking about, baby.
This guy gets it. And that's when I punched them in the teeth. Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, we saw Bismuth go crazy with his like realm of flying dwarves with hammers. Little mini cherub dwarves. Whatever that attack was.
I love the description of mini cherub dwarves. Alright, what you guys doing?
Alright, so I'm gonna mosey on over to Ravana and kind of like ease into asking her, you seem a little bit off. Is everything okay?
What's the matter to you? I look different. What's going on?
You're looking at us different.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just keep on your own business.
Well, your business is the party's business.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Do I hear this? Does Parnax hear this?
Yeah.
Okay. Parnax is just like, I mean, technically, it is kind of our business because if you're not doing well and it causes you to go down, then the likelihood of us all dying increases exponentially. And vice versa to literally anybody in the party.
Well, you should be, from this point, you should be well-diverse adventurers. You don't need relying just on me. Worry about yourself.
Okay, then let's look at it from a different angle. Do you feel like dying today if we storm into this next area?
Well, dying would be horrible for my health, so let's not do that.
Okay.
Right, so you seem like you'd be down to sneak in and not draw attention to us.
I can sneak in, but if you get caught, I'm sorry, I'm not helping.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty then.
Great.
Honestly, you just needed to play like a crazy, chaotic character of
Cool.
this is what you needed.
This is great. I'm so happy.
Brayden, you were born to be a chaotic character.
Oh.
This is fantastic.
Help.
I mean, you wanted to play a short game.
No, he said we were playtesting.
Yeah. Playtesting, this is where everyone dies. And then you run their characters.
Oh man. Alright. Well, I'm down to sneaky sneak.
I just do not want to be a murder hobo. It's too early for a murder hobo.
It's never too early for a murder hobo if you put your heart into it. And that's when the murder hobo takes it. Oh, while we're here, just, no, actually, it's probably good right now because we're trying to be sneaky, so never mind. I'll leave it for now.
Okay. So, what do you guys? What's you guys' plan? You guys going to try to sneak towards this forest zone?
Well, for me, I'm not the cute little colored chinchilla no more. I'm a disgusting rat.
You turn into a straight up rat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ghostly little grunge rat. Okay, you're a gross grunge rat. Everyone make stealth checks. Braid, you get to make it with advantage because you're a grunge rat. As you watch it.
Oh boy.
You fit into the environment very well.
Blessed be.
Oh, 17's great. 17 and 23.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
I don't
That's
sneak.
what I get for not looking at the chat when I clicked.
So your two party members also don't roll stellar. even with that, I'm pretty sure Tox gets an 18. So
Yeah.
pretty sure he does.
I,
You guys
Tox.
start to.
Yeah, I was like, Tox is a rogue. He gets that. No problem.
I'm about to check, but it shouldn't matter much because I think you guys failed as a group stuff.
Hmm.
As you guys start to meander your way into the woods, because you guys have failed, I would like for someone to roll a d100 minus 10.
Oh boy.
37.
Is that minus 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's 47 normally, unless you want it to be like minus 10 towards the more bad stuff, which would mean to be as 57.
Ooh, okay. Now, I want someone else to roll a d100 because I want to see something.
Okay.
It's just a flat fake check.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it's
31.
be happening. You said 31.
Yep, 31. 3-1.
So we are average 31 is okay. All right, you guys are crunching through the forest area, and you as you guys are kind of sneaking your way through, I want everyone to roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh boy, my favorite.
Oh boy.
Perceive.
Oh! God bless roll 20 right now, yo.
He has come forth
13.
with strong conviction to impose himself upon you. A blessing, unearned and unfavored. He's like, how? I gotta get him out of this one.
How do they not just
They are gonna
TPK?
Unmoked. Nice.
Oh boy.
Oh, perfect. Okay. As you guys are going through, while in your rat form, Braden, you don't really seem to notice, or maybe even care to notice, what Frank and Justin, your characters, hear, which is the distinct twang of a crossbow shot. What do you all do? Except for Braden. What do you two do when you hear that? You have a moment to respond.
What type of shot is it?
A crossbow shot.
Like the twang of a crossbow shot, as something is let loose.
Kind of like try to find some cover and look to see if I can see where the bolt came from.
Okay, so you're diving out of the way and then trying to find its location. Okay, Frank, what are you gonna do?
I don't know how I want to do this. I'm gonna go the opposite route. I'm gonna act as if I'm fully charmed. So, quick question: if someone would be fully charmed in this situation, would they probably react?
You had seen people before when you talked to them. They seem responsive to situations and even aggressive to things that they think could be a problem to them. That's your intuition.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get like behind the I'm gonna basically just kind of like slink to the behind to the closest tree, and immediately apparates into my hand from like and just like from specifically the fugue plane. My pistol. Yeah. My pistol now resides in the fugue plane when it's not in my hand.
Okay.
So you just see like it come out from fog basically.
And then Ravana, you just see the two of them just dash off to the side as you hear the thudding sound of a crossbow shot hit. Let me see where it would want to go for. It would want to go for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you see the shot goes and it lands into the ground where Isaac was as he just kind of rolls and ducks away. Everyone make perception checks and roll initiative for me at the same time.
Roll another perception, and then...
In fact, your perception will be your initiative.
Oh, okay. So should I roll initiative, or should I roll perception? Because I get a +3 on initiative.
Roll your perception.
Okay.
This is your initiative.
Bro! Justin,
Us.
what?
Lore accurate. Are
You
we getting
want
more
to
accurate rolls tonight?
you want to help a homie out right now? Like, no, you gotta roll. You gotta roll perception, not not initiative.
Yeah,
Oh.
or I could take the number you rolled.
I mean,
That's fine.
I
perception.
mean,
Yeah.
I have.
It's funny because you got better initiative, but you have better plus to perception.
Yeah, I'll take the 15 plus 4, so 16 is what your initiative is.
No, that's huh?
Okay, so he
I
rolled
know.
a 15
plus 3. Oh, but you would have
Plus
put 4. Okay.
So I'm sorry. Yeah, no. So 19 is what I meant.
Yeah. I was like, you said 16. I was like, huh?
Yeah, I got the numbers upside down. Okay.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
And then you get a 16.
Justin, you got a 22
19.
on your perception is insane.
You get a 22. All right.
Nice.
That's
So,
wild.
When that shot hits, we're going to start off with you, Isaac. Isaac, you see just ducking behind a tree what looks like an individual, and I'm going to show it to you in just a second because you can see them. You see past their stealth.
He does in fact perceive. Man, I'm so happy I got Ravana to give me my full
You
health back
see over
before.
here an individual who has a crossbow. You just see the pinprick of like their body before they took away. What would you like to do?
What is that thing? What is that?
This shriveled up carcass of depression.
I think I'm gonna peek out and take a shot at him with my crossbow.
Okay, you know he is behind cover, and he will get a +5 to his AC if you shoot at him from where he's at. You know where he's at, but he's hiding behind cover.
What I'm thinking is taking a shot at him and then trying to move behind one of these trees.
Okay. Got it. Okay, make an attack against him. He has a +5 to his AC for this first shot. With a 24 just hits him.
That's crazy.
You
In
see the shot
homie's lore accurate Isaac tonight.
for 9 points of piercing damage. You just hear him. You just hear this. I guess they're all pretty good. You guys all see that shot, and it kind of indicates where this individual is.
Okay.
You guys now know generally there's someone in that zone. Although you can't really see them, you still get the sense that they are well hidden.
Okay.
And how far would I need to dash to be behind this tree?
So you can move up to 30 feet. And so you can move with your ruler, you can just mark out 30 feet, and you can move either to here or to here, one or the other.
Yeah, I'll move.
You also have a second attack, if you want.
I'll move here, and then
Another shot.
yeah, I'll take another shot.
Okay, take another shot. That shot thumps into the log and does not seem to land any purchase on him. Yeah, at this state, the only way Justin hits him is with a 19 or a 20. He rolled a 19 on the first one.
That's crazy.
If you would have had advantage, you would have hit him. Okay. Anything else? Otherwise, it's going to be Ravana, your turn.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, Ravana, in your mouse form, what would you like to do? Your rat form.
So do I see the direction guys firing at?
You know, yeah, generally because of Isaac shooting and hitting this guy, you know generally where he's at. You do not see him. You cannot lay eyes on him, but you know generally where he is.
All right, so this is me, evil me. So most of this is woods, right, and trees.
Yeah, there's forest and such. Yes.
I'm gonna start a blaze. I'll
Okay.
find him one way or another. So I'm gonna going to revert back to Ravana.
Okay. Bonus action.
While Sturt still in cover, I'm gonna produce flame.
You're in the.
And
you're gonna move to
You'd
cover?
have to move to cover, yeah. Because you're currently in the
Moving-
middle of the forest. You're in the middle of just the forest right
Yeah,
now.
You're just out in the open. Like right now, you are right here. You can run over to cover if you want, or you can stay where you're at.
I'm gonna take cover.
So you move over here into the cover, behind that wagon, partially covering, if not totally covering you from most things. Yeah.
And then just in front of me, I'm going to produce flame and set a blaze in front of me, and hopefully it'll smoke them out.
You mean on the log, or just like on the cart that you're?
Oh, I didn't. Is the ground? I guess producing flame on the grass won't set everything ablaze, would it?
No, it would start a fire in that square, and over time it might spread.
That wasn't. Never mind. 1 second.
You could burn that log over there, and try to smoke him out from there, or hit his square somewhere. Produce flame is like a cantrip. It's not enough to like burn the forest down.
I have an idea. With your permission, I have a bow, right?
Yeah.
I have some arrows.
Yeah.
Can I produce flame on my at the log?
You could do that, or you could just cast produce flame on the log.
I thought is produce flame isn't just by touch though.
No. It's a throw. It's a range attack.
Okay. That it makes it better.
You
Yeah,
can
I'm gonna
fire it
produce-
60 feet away.
I'm going to actually let me see if I actually make that.
You like create a
Yeah.
flame in your hand, and then you throw it out.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna smoke them out. Throw it in the log.
All right, make an attack roll against that log, or you're gonna attack him.
I'll take the log.
Okay, make that attack against the log. If you do enough damage, I will say it sets that log on fire and creates a flame.
Set it ablaze.
So do I roll just a d20 for that one? Plus my modifier?
It's spell attack. Yeah.
Spell attack modifier.
My spell attack modifier is +7.
I was gonna say it should be proficiency plus whatever your spell casting ability is. So for you, it'd be wisdom,
Wisdom.
which should be a
That's +4 then.
yeah.
+4 then.
So +4 plus proficiency, which is +3. That's why it's a +7 total.
Okay. So okay, it's dice modifier, d20 +7. Oof.
That hits. Okay, roll damage.
Let's go.
Okay, damage for that one is. Okay, spells. Produce flame. It doesn't say what damage would be. It says a flickering flame appears in your hand. The flame remains.
What does it say on this? Here, you can put in the spell card in the chat. What does it say? Like, click it.
Okay, you can also attack with the flame. Also doing so ends a spell. When you cast a spell or as an action later turn, you hurl the flame at a creature.
Oh no.
30 feet you make. You make a ranged spell attack. On hit, target takes 1d8 fire damage. Spell's damage increases by 1d8 when you reach 5th level. So, you do 2d8 points of fire damage.
Wow, I rolled horribly. 6.
6 points of fire damage is enough for you to set that zone ablaze. So,
All right.
You see a small fire begin right there, and the log starts to kind of, as you see a little bit of smoke starts to peel up into the sky.
All right, that'll end my turn.
All right. It's going to be this guy's turn.
I love the fire thing that you have for that block. How, is that just a thing you have?
I had tiles for every single like status or surface that I wanted to start introducing surfaces. I just never got around to it, and now someone actually set something on fire. So I was like, oh,
You're like, yes, I have
I have
something for
surface. And I
this.
was like, yeah, I do have surface.
Haha.
Thinking. He kind of, you see him. He ducks down a little bit more, and then you don't really see where he is for a second. Let's see. What are you guys' passive perceptions? Tell me real quick.
10.
Mine is
Bro, this hurts playing a
12.
bard.
14.
14.
Oh.
12.
Okay, he ducks away, and you don't know exactly where he is until you hear a voice as you hear that same familiar twang. as you hear, Rainmore sends her regards. And he shoots a shot, and he's going to fire a shot over at Parnox.
Yeah.
He gets advantage because you were surprised. However, you get partial cover. So he rolls a 17 to hit you.
17 does. What? So with partial cover, what does that do to my AC?
It adds +2.
17, you said, is what he
Yep.
rolls? Just misses.
Okay. That first shot, you see he fires the hand crossbow, and then he kind of kisses his teeth as it sticks into the wood. He takes a bonus action, and then he aims and shoots at you again, which is gonna miss.
Wait.
All right, both sticking, thunk, thunk, and then he kind of ducks.
Oh, it's. I knew that name.
All right, Parnox, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
So I know. Does he have cover where he is currently?
Yes, yep, he still has cover.
Is it full cover?
He is partial cover.
Partial cover?
So he has 3/4 cover specifically.
Alright.
Basically, he gets +5 to his AC rather than +2.
I'm gonna try and Eldritch Blast this boy from where I am.
Okay.
So
I'm
let
gonna
me,
give him fire and initiative. Say the fire works on initiative.
let me just pop that in place real quick. What level? So yeah, so spell save for this is it's not a spell save, that's right. It's a roll,
It's
and I get a
attack.
+8 and I get a +8 to this because Blobby gives me a +1 to spell attack and spell save,
Yo,
baby.
that's cool. What mode is he in?
He's currently in Find Familiar mode still.
Familiar mode? Yeah, there you go. Okay, go for it.
So we're gonna roll first one for the first bolt. Ooh, that's a 15.
15 does not hit.
Second bolt
Shoots
is
blasted.
bro.
Shot flies wide.
You're
Either-
joking me. All right.
Shots fly wide.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give me one moment.
You rolled bounty hunter tracks his target, and then I had you roll. Are you seeing him tracking another target, or are you his target? And
Amazing.
that's what the fate check was, and you guys are the target.
I'm gonna go to this tree right here. So I'm like kind of in the middle of this. But that could put me in full cover, or I should say still in cover.
Trees will give you half cover,
Half cover, okay.
which is +2 AC.
Yeah.
That wagon will give you 3/4. These trees will only give you half. Cut.
Okay.
Fire is going to spread. Ravana, roll a d4 for me.
All right. 2.
2. Okay. The fire crackles and burns and spreads to 2 nearby squares.
Ooh. Excitement abounds.
All
We're
right.
starting a forest fire. Arson.
All right. What? Don't say that. You're gonna trigger your interest in something. All right, go for it, bud. Your turn. Oh no, he's gonna have a gun. He's gonna pull it out. It's all gonna be over.
Oh no. Look out, he has a
Don't
gun.
be scared of the big red man with the top hat. He's harmless until I start flicking my C-stick.
All right, what would you like to do?
Go crazy, Isaac. I believe in you.
Part of me just wants to sacrifice my cover so I can get a clean shot at this guy.
I mean, you could probably still have like half cover like behind this tree and still be able to get like a clean shot at him from like here.
Yeah, if you did that, you would have a half cover shot on him. But yeah, that would diminish it from +5 to a +2 bonus for him, which is pretty good.
So this tree down in the
Yeah,
bottom right.
If you move there, you would definitely diminish the amount of cover he has. Yep. So now you have half cover, he has half cover to you.
Okay, and I'll take another shot.
Okay. First shot is you. You have a crossbow or a longbow? I don't remember.
I have both apparently. I
Nice.
was using my crossbow first.
Let's go.
I'll use my longbow.
Ka-thunk. Okay, you're gonna pull out your longbow this time. Just like, fine, I'll try this one.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Okay, go for it. That hits.
23.
Let's
23 hit.
go, baby.
Currently, his AC is 21 right now, so 8 points of piercing. Second shot.
Oh, I forget. Yeah, you're a fighter. You just get access to like second attacks all the time. You're like, let's go crazy.
That second shot does not hit.
Ooh.
Fire. He kind of sees you, and he rolls back in, and then the log takes the next hit, and he realizes the log's kind of and burning and crackling. He is kind of worried about staying here for his cover. As that fire starts to spread, it could be bad news bears for him. So.
Bad news bears.
All right. If that's the end of your turn, Ravana, it is going to be your turn. What would you like to do?
All right, so I'm looking at my spells. It might be in more time for more destruction, or maybe time to use some of my new spells.
Just run up to him, vampiric touch.
Brr.
Is this touch?
Yeah, it is a touch spell.
Oh, I was waiting for inflict wounds. I'm like, no, it's not
Inflict
time
wounds
yet.
touch as well.
It's a
Vampire
lot
tou-
of being close and personal and being like,
Yeah.
honestly, the whole point is it makes it feel like the necromancer did, I don't know, torture?
How about we do some call lightning? Go ahead and just smite them.
Okay. What's the saving throw I have to make? I know it's a dexterity, but
I'll put it in the chat.
The DC equals 10. Huh?
okay.
Oh, wait, no, that's the spell magic that you just put in there.
Yeah, I still see the DC.
Okay.
Oh, oops.
So
That's
you
the
see, you start casting this conjuring, and then
Oh.
you call down this lightning with your bonus action. Or no, your full action. You call down this lightning, strikes into the ground where the sky is,
Oh, yeah. go
and
ahead.
he not only does he succeed the saving throw, he evades the lightning bolt. Meaning he
Oh.
does not-
This. Oh, yeah, these are. I know Tox in here, but I look over to Tox, who's just somewhere in the shadows, just staying away because he's like, I'm not dealing with this. It's like, he's one of you!
he evades the damage. Meaning he
Can
does
I
not-
bonus action run to this rock?
You can just.
You can just move. You didn't move it at all
Yeah,
yet.
move it. Yep. So you move over there. Okay. You trade your 3/4 cover for half cover, but you absolutely could do that.
All right, it's my turn.
All right, it's going to be his turn. He sees that and he's like, God, mages. Yeah. See. Where is my ruler? Where's my ruler go? Huh? Where's my ruler? Let's
It's
see.
the new. It's a square now. Instead of looking like a rule, it looks like a square with a circle in it.
I don't have the
Oh, you don't have the new UI?
I don't have that active right now. Hold on. Let me turn on the UI. It literally just like disappeared. I don't know where my
Like, where'd it go?
charity. If he's quiet, yes.
I was really confused, and then I keep forgetting that Blobby gives me like the +1 because I was like, "How's your spell save DC lower than mine?" And I was like, "Oh wait, that's right, Blobby." Yeah, it's not a lot, but hey, we'll take it.
It ain't much, but it's honest word.
A single mom who works 2 jobs. That's Blobby right now, literally working 2 jobs, both familiar and radioactive slime. Sir, what are you doing?
He moves, bonus action dashes, and runs over towards you, Ravani. He looks over at you, kind of cracks his neck, and he says, "All right, mage, are you
Oh,
ready for this?
this.
I need for you to make an insight check."
Oh, I don't like this.
Oh boy, insight.
I
It's
feel
wisdom. So
17.
okay, thank the Lord
Yep.
above.
As he kind of stands there before you, you see a glare in his eye, and something about it kind of conjures up a little bit of fear in you, but that fear is able to be pushed back as you see his intent. You are not. He does not gain advantage on this attack, but he still has sneak attack due to his singular combatant. Ooh.
Huh?
Okay. He reaches out, pulls out a dagger, and jams it into you for a critical hit.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa. Hold up. Am I close enough to do this?
Are you reading the stress thing?
I am reading the stress thing. I'm not close enough though.
Okay, someone else. Yeah, no, you can't help him. Yeah, that's true. You have to be
Wackadoodle.
certain. Okay. He jams the dagger into you. Brayden, you take 6 points of piercing damage from the dagger,
Okay.
and then 13 points from the sneak attack.
Oh.
And
Okay.
then another D4 from the crit for the dagger. And then another 15 from the sneak
Is
attack.
Ravana just down?
-4.
Okay. So he runs over, he looks at you, and just kind of cracks his neck. He's like, all right. Bam! And you just see Ravana kind of stand there for a moment. He pulls the dagger out, and Ravana just slumps to the ground, unconscious.
How does he also get sneak attack damage? Wait a minute.
Singular combatant. He would have had advantage on the attack too.
What does singular combatant mean?
So it is a monster feat that allows him to gain sneak attack if it's only him and another enemy in the same space. If his enemy is not adjacent to any allies, and he is not adjacent to any other enemy. So
Oh
he gets,
no, that's so scary.
So you watch him, and like you see Ravana kind of look and like see through him. Like you could see he's trying to fake out Ravana, and Ravana doesn't fall for it, but still the dagger lands, and then just a lethal strike. He also crits on 19 and 20s, so he just slams in there, and then Ravana just kind of slumps. So he crit on a 19.
He does what? He does what?
It's 46.
He does
Yeah,
what?
he's a bounty hunter. He's a bounty hunter. He's taking this on, expecting to win.
I hate this so much. Part of me was like, I wish we could talk to him.
Movement. He's gonna move over here. You can.
Part of me wishes we could talk to him, but I also know we can't because I know when he said Rainmar, I'm like, oh, so we can't solve this by talking. Got it.
Your turn, Parnox. What would you like to do?
Oh no! So many things happen so fast. Okay.
He's staring you down. He's ready. Yeah, I'm so sad that I couldn't hit you with any shots.
That's crazy.
Destroy us all.
Quick question.
He's just looking at Parnox. He just kind of like licks his lips as he just kind of flicks the dagger. Just like, your next boy.
If I wanted to try to get close to Justin, would I have to like do an athletics check to climb up that like cliff face?
You would have to make a small athletics check. It actually just counts as difficult terrain. So it would cost 10 foot of movement right here. So if you had 50, you would be able to get just up there, and that would be
it.
It's not really a hill. It's like a cliff. It's just more like a slight incline.
Yeah. Also for my thing, I can't bonus action dash. I would have to use my action. Action to dash, right?
Yeah. Stop. Welcome to Rogue. Man, Rogue City is like, this is the reason why rogues are scared, because they walk in their room.
I'm so scared. Like
this is what happens.
We need talks.
You got Brady got crit for 36 points of damage.
That's insane. Oh my goodness.
He doesn't crit. I mean, it's
only like
19.
That's still a lot. I'm gonna command, and I'm gonna just say freeze. So he needs to make a spell save. It is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
As long as the target isn't undead. Is this another Dampier?
Nope. And he fails.
Okay, thank the Lord above.
So you say freeze? He just looks over. It's like as if that's gonna.
Yeah, because I'm assuming surrender won't work.
Yeah, at the start of his turn. Well, it works for a turn.
Yeah.
You can surrender for a turn.
And then, do I have this still, or did I use it? Where is it? Do I not have any? Oh, did I not? I thought for sure I had a rope in here. Oh, we left it in the stupid. All right. Well. Oh yeah. Okay.
The man also takes hold on the start of his turn.
Yeah, so he would basically be he would not be able to move his turn.
Correct.
Okay.
He will freeze his turn.
Yeah.
On his turn, he will freeze.
Yeah.
He spends his entire action doing something. By implication, his movement will be stymied. Basically, you've stunned him for a turn.
Okay. Quick question: if a party member is incapacitated, but they're on the other side. But I'm assuming that's not going to give advantage for me to get flank. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do I have? Hold up. Let's see if we have anything.
In the meantime, Brayden, roll a d4. I want to see what the fire does.
Sorry, I wanna check something before we continue because I know there's bonus action stuff, so I want to check something.
Flame.
Okay. Vial. Do we have? We don't have any vial health potions, do we? It's all actual vial. It's all like actual full potions.
I think so.
I think okay. I'm going to make my way like past him and come towards Justin, and then like I'm assuming
Be mindful. You can still make attacks of opportunity.
well, hold up. So let me double check that then, so I can do. How is his range? I don't know his range. Do I?
Nope. You don't.
Okay, so just to be safe, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm basically taking this weird little walk around to get like here.
Got it.
I think so. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, sorry, 30. Who would be here? And then like as that's happening, I'm just gonna yell. Justin's like, Justin, could you get over here, please? Oh, sorry, Isaac, can you please get over here?
Who's Justin?
On my way.
Alright, Isaac, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
You
Sir
get,
Justin.
please, just I'm literally telling you.
Running
Yeah, I was like,
towards them.
I'm telling him full on sprint,
Full dash?
full dash. Just do it. Use it all.
So are we all making new characters?
You're not even gonna make a new character. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, I'll use my movement and my action to get here.
Okay. Bonus action, anything else? Action surge? Or is that gonna end it?
Mm,
Okay. If that
yeah, I'm
ends it-
good.
Alright, Ravana, roll a d4 for me.
More fire?
Roll a d4.
Okie dokie.
Oh no, it's happening.
Okay. You regain 1 hit point. You come back to consciousness as you hear a voice says, "What are you doing? Stand up."
Oh no, he's already coming back.
You
Oh,
regain 1 hit
no.
point, and it is at the start of your turn. What would you like to do? Stop screaming.
I'm kind of just here under my breath.
Yeah, you're laying down. Like, this guy's convinced he just murdered you. Like, in absolute cold blood.
I'm going to. I have some sanity left, do I? Like, I'm not in like full control, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
no.
realize.
You
Crap.
just hear, "What are you doing? Get up," and then you get up. That's all that happened. Like, no action has been taken beyond that. You just
Alright.
seem to have some of your wounds have stopped flowing with blood.
Oh.
Just casually, it's crazy how that happens when you know you're possessed by a necromancer.
Just imagining Isaac and Parnock seeing Ravana behind this dude do the classic anime, like, get up like a zombie with glowing red eyes.
It's a little bit like that. Yeah.
Power of friendship.
It's not powerful.
It's not power of friendship. It's literally the opposite.
What'd you like to do? He's in perfect vampire touch range too. I mean,
That's
Oh, I was gonna ask you.
very
like,
true. It's touch range. Range is
Yeah, but-
5 feet unless you got octopus arms.
I'm gonna be like, my character's gonna be all like that anime character, like, you fool.
okay.
All right, Excalibur. Fool.
You stand up and then just kind of cast vampiric touch and strike at him.
You see that? You see the red eyes glowing again with the dark black, veins. They just lunge at him with vampire touch.
Okay. So you stand up and just kind of like jump at him. Make a melee spell attack. So you're gonna. It's like as if you made a ranged spell attack. Same premise.
Oh, what the heck?
It doesn't roll.
He doesn't roll because you have it as a spell card. So just roll to hit like a d20 plus your spell attack, which would be +7, I believe.
26.
Okay. 26 hits. Roll 3d6 points of
Necrotic damage.
and you heal for half as much as you deal. And you get to keep doing this. You get to basically every single turn.
Is this a
now
concentration?
weapon. It's
10.
a concentration for a minute, and you can basically.
Oh. So
you
you
go for
regained
5
5
points and
health.
heal 10. So, as he's kind of turned away, you just claw in him and just what? And he just turns around, and Ravana, you're just kind of like dripping with partial of his like this blood mottled with like dark ichor, as it's just kind of like turning almost like into sludge, and you can see Ravana's wounds just start to heal a little bit as this guy's blood turns into black goop, and Ravana starts to bolster up again.
Nice. Heads up, though, that just means you cannot cast a concentration spell, otherwise this drops.
All right, it's gonna be this guy's turn.
He does nothing. Well, because he had to. I guess he said freeze.
Bonus action, disengage. He'll look at the two of you. He says, "All right." He kind of puts his hands up. I'll see you later. How about that? And he just takes off sprinting.
Can I do an insight to see if he's actually trying to run, or if he's just gonna get for better advantage to try to, murder us later?
Roll an insight check, but he begins to sprint off.
20.
With that, you get the sense, now that he's lost the element of surprise and has realized you guys don't go down as easily as he thought, he is reassessing how he needs to come back and deal with you.
Oh, so he's gonna come back and deal with us.
Yeah, but he is sprinting off. I will say that he gets effectively here.
So freeze just means he can't use an action, but he can still use his movement and
Oh,
stuff.
stink! No, he's frozen. Oh, never mind. He actually just is actually stuck there. That's right. Never mind. No, he's just like okay. You get the sense he wants to run away. Farnox, it's your turn.
All right.
He completely uses that. I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
No problem.
Absolutely.
I was just double checking to make sure.
Perfectly fine. I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, he can't do that. Oof. Question, because we're currently in a forest. Would you consider this area dim light?
It is dim light, yes.
It is dim light. Sweet.
It's like fire. It is much brighter.
I'm going to move up to him.
Yep.
And I'm going to, as I'm walking up, two things are going to happen. One, I drop the gun and it just immediately goes into the fugue plane as it falls before it hits the ground. And in its place, cast Shadow Blade. And so the fog coming out turns into a blade that just hardens in my hand. As I walk up, and I'm going to roll to hit. This also gets advantage since it is dim light.
Yep, and flanking.
And flanking. Boy, howdy.
Maybe a +2 circumstance.
Alright, so this is roll a hit. That's not gonna do it. That is the nat 20.
Okay, roll damage.
This is 2d8 psychic. Also, because this gets cast at max level technically, which would be 3rd level. Damage is now 3d8. Sorry. So this is gonna be 3d8.
Like vampiric touch damage almost. It's actually more than vampiric.
That is 13 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Okay. He is hurt. You can tell he's hurt really bad.
And then that happens, it's just like... Part of the size as you realize words are not going to start... Words are working less and less in the Blacklands. But he holds his... he, like, just slices up entirely through and kind of just holds it back in his hand, putting it almost in, like, a knife stance, readying himself.
Okay. Brayden, roll a d4. For your fire. Oh, that's so good.
Lots of fire everywhere.
Yeah. Now you guys look over and you see that entire like log is just entirely ablaze. The fire is kind of burning down the cliff and it's like spreading around different places, kind of moving around wherever it wants to. It's just being a mess, becoming a mess. And you see the smoke starts to rise above the tree line as well.
Oh, that's not terrifying. I don't like that. All right. Get in here, Justin. Whack him up.
Your turn. This guy is looking a little hurt.
Whack him.
I like this
I'll
movie.
walk up to here, and
I'll say that you have him threatened still, face to face. So Yeah, I'll say you can flank still with that.
Yeah, baby.
If you draw a line from center base to center of base and still touch someone else. So.
I'm gonna draw my sword and prepare a booming blade, but before I strike, I'm gonna say to him, "You've got one chance. Who sent you?"
I mean, he
I
told us.
you. Rainmore, Alaria, said something about paying me 52 chitin or something like that if I took each of your heads.
After hearing that, I was like, we're only worth 52 chitin. I know that's a lot, but also, like, still hurts a little bit. The fact that there's a number to it.
That's like a year. That's like 30 grand.
Yeah, I was like, that's a lot of money. I know, but also, like, man, I feel like we've done a lot. I feel like we've worth, like, at least, like, 75 chitin. Like, I don't know.
What do you do?
Was 52 chitin? Is 52 chitin worth us letting you go and you coming back for us, and you potentially losing your life?
Roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Let's
Can I
go.
assist?
He's already got he's already got advantage. He's like this man is surrounded and has been taking damage literally before he came up, and now he's basically got a sword crackling with thunder energy to his neck. He's like, so
he basically took the war of attrition option. Like when you burned down that log, you got rid of his like
one thing,
and he was like, I'm just gonna blitz them down. And then when he realized, oh, that's not gonna work because they can just come back from the dead, I guess. Like, I don't know.
You're like, wait a minute, they can all do this? That's crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Well, you guys have to understand, you guys are very odd. Like, you guys are like pretty much half monster almost. So he's like, oh, well, if the ghost lady can come back from the dead, what can the other ones do?
True.
He's like, stink. Maybe I'm out of my depth. That's a lot of money. So.
That's a 19.
Oh, okay. You look at him and he's like, yeah, you know what? 52 chitin ain't worth my life. But I can't go back. I lose clientele like that. If I'm not willing to pursue that, I need something. Tell you what, if I break clientele with them, I'll do it if you give me. Tell you what, give me 5 chitin, and I'll leave you alone. Enough to cover my expenses for the trip.
I'm gonna walk over to him really, kind of like, I'm gonna push both of you guys away. A little
You're
bit,
literally
push
behind.
past.
You're not even behind us. You're on the other side.
Hey, look, I'm being dramatic. I'm being dramatic.
We're in initiative order still, as best we can. So the offer is down on the table. Ravana, it is your turn unless Isaac, you actually want to trigger that booming blade.
No, I'll continue the conversation.
Hold on then. Okay. Ravana.
Normally, well, I was gonna continue the conversation with him.
Yeah, keep going then. Talk is free.
Normally, I just tell you to find some place to disappear to, stay out of our way. But how much would you charge for your services?
Oh, I knew you were going to. Oh, I love you so much. I love you so much.
So you're saying this bounty, my bounty is gonna try to hold a knife to my neck and say, "Hey, I'll hire you." What are you thinking? I would kill 3 of you for 50.
Is it for 50?
52.
52.
He went to kill all 3 of you for 52.
So period, just him killing someone is like 52. Or him doing a mission.
It's a group of 5 adventurers.
That's true.
How about this? 10 ahead.
Well,
plus travel expenses. And 1 for my little kiddo. Back home. He needs to eat. He's a screaming little boy. Get him all the way from there.
well,
honest pay for honest work. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Hey. He hit me in the face. Oh, I can feel it.
I can tell you're not too concerned for your own personal safety, taking a mission to take out an entire group by yourself. How would you feel about...
I severely underestimate my capabilities, but I think the problem is also I've underestimated yours.
Well, how would you feel about a mission to sneak into a bastion?
You talking about the last wall?
Yes.
This is crazy.
Tell you what, that's worth a talk.
That is wild. I love this so
piqued
much.
the interest of quite a few people that might even want to sponsor a job like that. I'd be willing to go in if we found a clip, for sure. But that's quite a big request for someone you just met. And honestly, I don't know how much I can trust you. You might be throwing my life away too, but I'm interested at least in the idea. Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh.
He looks at you. He says, "Tell you what. How about this? You give me 5 chitin today, and I know where you guys sleep. I'll, on a normal day, maybe go and visit you. Maybe. Deal. That's the best I'm gonna offer. You guys are absolutely crazy. The way that you're talking right now.
We'll accept that offer, but can I make one more attempt to sway his opinion on the mission?
How so?
I'll,
What do you say?
I can assure you the mission does not require you to kill anyone. I'm not sending you out on a hit. I want you to retrieve somebody.
Oh,
Or
I've
at
done
least-
kidnapping before too. Yeah.
Or at least secure a route so I can go there myself.
Okay. So listen. I hear you what you're saying. My job is more smash and grab, take the person once everything's set up. Okay. I have connections. I have people I can go to. It's gonna cost you a pretty penny. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're asking a wild thing. Really, many people just talk about, in the ends. But if you're serious about this, count me in if you can get a reasonable path there. But you're asking quite a bit from me in this moment. I'll take 5, leave you on be. Come visit you later. We can talk about that. Roll
Okay,
one
this-
more persuasion check with disadvantage. This now he feels pretty solid, and that's the best he's gonna give you right now.
All right. Does that sound good to you too?
I look over and I look over to Isaac and I was like, you know what? Sure. And then I look over to the guy that was like, however, if you do double cross us, I will give you a fate worse than death. I'll put you in the fugue plane and leave you there.
I mean, that's the equivalent of just dying. That is just death. Like that you've just said I'm going to kill you and
Oh
I'm not just
no.
gonna kill you, I'm going to kill you.
I'm not going to
I mean, like,
I'm going to put you there
that's-
without me having to do anything besides lift us besides just a wave of my hand.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically saying it's like I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna send you to the afterlife. Like that's that's the equivalent of what you're saying to me. And I don't know how to interpret
I
it.
forget
I'm
that like
confused.
I always forget. Okay. Anyway. But sure. And then
I don't know how to interpret. Honestly, I think I'm more confused than frightened. But the confusion is also concerning.
I'm
The
confused.
ambiguity of it,
Concerned.
like I don't know.
What do you
like,
mean you're not gonna kill me, but you're gonna give me a fate worse than death by killing me? What does this mean?
Like what is this extra? Is this Death 2.0? Like did you patch it or something?
Did
What's
I
going
patch
on
it?
here?
I love that.
Wait. I don't get it. I honestly, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna mess with you guys. If you give me the 5, I'll leave you be, and maybe I'll see you later.
And then as I guess he says that, I like pull out the 5. And as he's doing that, he mentioned his kid, and Parnox is still a little bit of a softie for kids, considering especially excuse me. I'm gonna call him L because I can't remember the name off the top. Lixin, there we go. I was like, it's Li something. He's like considering Lixin, so he drops an extra 1, so he gives him 6.
Okay. He looks at much obliged. Damn. You all have a nice day. He's just going to, just in case, he disengages and he starts to move away, very carefully. And then when he gets about there, he just turns and sprints. Just gone. Roll a d100 for me, Isaac. I want to see the likelihood that he's going to follow back up on this.
I believe in you. 96.
Holy
Please let
cow.
that be a percentage.
Let me look real quick, but I'm pretty
That's a
sure
no.
I already know.
Because if that's the
both of it.
Fates per roll, then that's like never seeing him again. He just basically robbed us instead of killed us. However, if that's a percentage roll,
No, fate roll. You want them to be higher on fate rolls. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you want them higher on fate rolls.
what is the rolls then? What roll? What table do we? Oh, do we go off the mythic? What table do we go off of then?
So if it's a fate roll on the fate chart, it's a D100.
Uh-huh.
Higher is better. If it's a D100 for D&D, lower is better.
Oh, okay.
D&D per 100 D100s is lower is better.
Got it.
Fate chart, fate rolls higher is better.
Understood. Okay, so we're doing D&D
So, like, for
100s
instance,
when
if
we're
you have a
traveling.
Yeah.
Okay, understood now.
Oh wait. No, I might be getting that mixed up.
I don't know. Are we gonna see this man again? I like the idea of having a bounty hunter.
Oh no, yeah, no. So, yeah, I did get it mixed up. No, they're both the same. Is lower is better generally. The only time it's not is the teleport spell. Higher is better. So in this case, you are convinced you will never see this man again. in your
Nice.
life. But hey, listen.
We survived.
You went for it, and he did not. And you didn't have to kill him, which means that's great.
Hey, one less body in the room, Tox. We did it for you.
It's worth a shot.
It's always worth a shot.
Always.
Now Isaac kind of turns to Ravana and like checks for a reaction on how she feels about him trying to strike a deal with this dude who almost killed her.
You can tell she has an upset look on her face.
Sorry about that.
I mean, to be fair,
Are you too dumb?
no. They literally almost killed you in one hit. I consider us spending 6 chitin considering considering our funds very little.
We could have killed him. What's to say he comes back with friends?
Here's my question. He thought he killed you and you came back. So what's to say he can't do something similar? We don't. This is the Blacklands. We don't know anything about anybody. We barely know anything about ourselves.
Ravana, we'll up you 4.
More fire.
Fire always.
Can I search this cart by the way, real quick? Oh my lord, have
empty.
mercy. Okay.
Hey, the fire is spreading.
Really quickly, just seeing this fire, would Frostbite be able to put it out at all?
Yeah, I would say you could probably start doing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start
The
cantripping.
question is can Frostbite put it out faster than it's spreading? Because you can Frostbite 1 square every 6 seconds, and every 6 seconds it can spread 4 squares. So you can only pace with it right now.
Okay. Shoot, I don't know. I don't have anything else. I don't really do anything like that. I look over. I was like, hey, could I get some help here? Considering I would like to be able to leave this forest and not burn down with it.
Yeah, and Isaac turns to Ravana, is like, we'll continue this conversation later.
Ravana casts Gust. It just fans the flames, literally.
Yeah, I'm literally enjoying watching this whole forest burn. To be
You guys
honest,
spend time putting it out.
Yeah. Note, Ravana, you might want to help us because legitimately, again, we like if this keeps going, you will die in this forest out of just a forest fire.
fine.
Each of you just roll a sleight of hand check.
Boy, howdy. 7. I'm terrible.
19. Oh my goodness, the peaks and valleys tonight.
Right,
20.
man?
Okay, so for those who succeed, you only take 5 points of fire damage. As putting out the fire puts you in harm's way, but you're able to keep it calmed down pretty easily.
Oh, boy.
Oh, never mind. I'm good.
And then, Frank, you are taking all 10 then. You
Nice.
Get burned and kind of get caught on fire now.
Wouldn't be the first time.
But you are able to stop this quite significant amount of flame from really spreading badly. And with that, you guys are able to take a deep breath for a little bit. The smoke still hovers in the area. You would guess that it will attract people, so you probably want to move on, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
Unless you want that. that you want people to?
No, I'm going to. I suggest was like we should move on quickly, but as soon as we're like far enough away, I would like to take a small rest to clear out all the ash from my lungs, please.
Okay. So you guys move a little bit farther away, and would you guys like to take your second short rest for the day?
I'll
Okay.
take a short rest. I'm kind of.
Short rest?
Mm-hmm.
Isaac's fine. He's just like, whatever, kind of take. I took 5 damage.
Did it work?
Okay, take your short rest then. Absolutely, you guys are able to take a short rest off to the side. Nothing seems to bother you. You guys seem to be in
We'll take that.
quieter forest. Anyone who's in the area while you guys are taking that short rest, roll a survival check for me. Just generally. Nothing crazy. Just
17.
22.
goodness gracious.
Highs and lows,
Should I went-
baby. Highs and lows.
Shadow went too.
That's amazing. Okay, so with that, Brayden and Frank, you guys are all sitting there, and you both sit down, and you see it all at the same, both at the same time. You hear a drop of something like a splash, and then you look over and you see this dark ichorous substance that's just kind of like on the ground, like it dripped off of a tree, and you realize this is the hunting grounds of black beasts for sure. Like you have now entered into the hunting ground of some black beasts at least.
Great. All right.
This is definitely a campaign to finish off this character.
Well,
I mean, that's the premise. You guys are going deep into this to get this crown back.
keep a lookout, everybody. This is where it's gonna be very much. Be careful, because a misstep could mean losing that foot, at the least.
You guys begin to move towards that big smoke plume.
Yep.
All right. How do you guys want to do this? Are you still
Stealthily, I would like to attempt.
Okay, stealth checks again.
Please, for the love of all that is good. 16.
Let's see. 18.
Oh, great. Okay, you guys are able to move on ahead, and as you guys start getting much closer, you actually see off to your right what looks like a small gathering of individuals. You see 2 elves that are just kind of sitting there near a campfire, reveling, talking to one another, and then near them you see what looks like almost like a guard dog at first, but then you look at them and you realize that's one of the blackhounds. It's just kind of walking around this camp, just looking around and looks at 2 people and kind of shudders, goes like shitters at them like, and then it kind of like keeps pacing around, doesn't seem to attack. And then you see off a little bit in the distance, another black beast kind of is wandering around the campsite along with some other different people. You get the sense that there is some level of cohesion between these monsters and these people here. Like it recognizes it, knows something's different.
Is this the main smoke plume that we were seeing, or
No. It's just a small little campfire. You didn't even really see it much until you got closer. There's like a thin stream of smoke. They just seem to be reveling and resting for a little bit.
I'm gonna use find familiar to see if I can like just hear what they're saying or see what's going on in that camp.
They're singing that same song you had heard before. It's like, oh, we're going to the feast of the great black king, or the burning king rather, and they're just singing some reveling song about this feast. This creature, this blackhound, is kind of pacing around, looking around, looks up. It sees you're familiar, and just kind of equivalent of hissing at it, but just makes a noise, and then just kind of turns and looks away, starts pacing around again.
As it hisses. Okay, so I don't like these people look probably charmed from like just general looking. Okay, and you say it's are there other black beasts or is it just this black beast hound?
Make a perception check.
16.
Okay, you do see something that's a little different. You see what looks like maybe at first like a root of a tree. You see off in the corner, now that you're kind of looking for specifically that, a void worm off in that campsite as well.
All right. I'm gonna just take my find familiar, have it scurry back, especially at that point in time, and
Have
kind
you
of.
fought a void one yet?
Yeah, we have. We fought a void worm and an endwalker at the same time, and
Okay.
black beasts.
I mean, they're not that bad.
No,
They just
all
hit.
at once, kind of.
They hit and void worms hit and poison. Endwalkers cast sleep.
And
Black
black beasts
hounds
have
attack.
pack tactics. Yeah, they're great when they're all three at like the same time.
Well, yeah, when you get poisoned, it's just a horrible time from
Yeah.
constricting, grappling attacks, and poison.
But as that happens, I come to and I was just like, we should avoid that place. We should avoid them. There is a black beast hound, which already annoying enough in itself, but there's a void worm over there, and also all those people are charmed. I would be wary.
Let's try to find a route around.
I agree. And I'm just gonna kind of continue on my way. I'm like, I'm not dealing with none of that.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Listen, a void worm is one of those ones where like all it takes is one good hit, and you're like, well, I have 5 health remaining. Dope. And I don't know what those elves can do. Elves are scary.
You guys continue moving on, and you guys get much and much closer to the campsite until you see a large open clearing, and you see what look like tents, like carnival tents. In the center of it looks like a giant pyre, and you see all sorts of small different tents, and you see people walking around with endwalkers kind of traveling nearby, and you see black beasts, and you see void worms kind of like scurrying around, and then you see these very, like, every once in a while, one that you probably don't recognize, but it's definitely weird. You see one that looks like instead of like having hair, it has like hands for hair.
Oh, I hate that.
Kind of looks like
I hate that a lot. Oh, I see it on the thingy. Full screen.
Yeah, you see that. And some of these are walking around and kind of pacing, and then like they look around, and you can tell they're like just kind of scanning the area. You see dwarves, humans, half elves. They're just everyone's like reveling and having a good time, and these black beasts seem to just be okay with it.
Do I see any? Do I note it? Do I see a specific one with the crown that like was mentioned to us?
You do not see anything with a crown.
How far away do these tents look?
How far do these tents look? The clearing is about 50, 60 feet.
I'm gonna look over to Isaac. I was like, do me a favor. Please make sure that I don't die, and don't let Ravana throw me into the center of the fire as bait. And then I'm gonna cast Find Familiar again, and just kind of start scurrying around, taking my time, like stealthily doing it as with my familiar, trying to like potentially go into some of these like caravan tents, see if I can find anything of note, anything interesting, like the chalice, the cornucopia, the person with the thing with the crown, if something's wearing it.
Stealth check for your familiar.
Would it be of my familiar's thing or my stats?
It's your familiar.
Okay, so my familiar is a rat. Let me look up rat stats real quick.
Rat stats.
Rat stats. Yeah. It's got that doesn't seem right. It's got an 11 on Dex, so it doesn't have like anything for stealth. Okay, that seems weird. But okay. It's a 5. Unless you're giving advantage because I have that's a small rat sneaking in grass.
I would, but you would have disadvantage normally, so it's counteracting.
Oh, okay.
So as you start to move, you see.
Can I? How much? Can I stress? Can I?
Yeah.
Stress
for
is
sure.
for a reroll.
You can push yourself for sure.
Okay.
Take 2 points of stress, and then you reroll and take the result.
Okay.
So
we're
mark
just
off
doing
2
stealth.
points of stress or sanity, whatever it's still marked as. Yep.
That's
Okay.
that's an 11.
11.
Gosh, I wish it was advantage.
You look over, and as you guys are kind of seeing, you see kind of shimmering in the air something you hadn't seen before. Which you've seen these creatures before, or you've seen one of these creatures before. As it kind of flaps out from invisibility, a monstrous kind of lanky bat-like creature that looks like this
Oh, one of these
flies
dudes
over
again.
and grabs kind of the rat and holds it up and just looks at it, and then just kind of like holds it really, really close and tight, and then it just kind of, it doesn't swish in the blood, it just puffs away, and like Blobby just kind of turns into like goo, and then just kind of flops onto the ground, and then
Oh.
Frank, you feel something on your shoulder kind of recoalescing as Blobby is reforming itself slowly,
Oh, thank goodness. Oh,
but
oh.
familiar is it's destroyed
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
And then kind of now it's looking around for a bit, and then just kind of like flies back up in the air, and then just kind of like starts moving and turns away, and then it goes invisible again.
Well, that's not good. So, any ideas, on what we're going to do? Because we have something that's invisible, that can fly. That seems to be basically, for lack of a better term, security. We see all the normal black beasts we fought before, which are never fun. And then that one, and I like kind of gesture over to the one with like the weird hand hat looking one, hand head, and I'm like, and that one, I'm going to be honest, does not look fun either.
You guys wait for a second, and you see breaking out from another part of the forest, kind of like a reveling human and like a halfling, and they're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And when that happens, you see one of those creatures kind of appears near them, and they land. And you see the other two, they look and they're like, oh, here it is. And then the human kind of steps forward and puts his head up and then just kind of closes his eye. And the creature takes its finger and just like puts its clawed finger on its nose and just kind of touches his nose and then drags his finger down from his nose to his mouth, from his mouth to his chin, and then from his chin all the way down his neck, and then just kind of stops at the base of his clavicle, and then just stops. And you see the human kind of like is in obvious pain, but then when that's done, he just kind of, oh, all right, I'll see you in there, bud, and he just kind of sprints off in the field. The creature kind of gets bumped out of the way, and then he turns over and he looks over and he just kind of does the same thing with this halfling. The halfling's kind of squealing and squirming in pain, and then the halfling's like, oh, that was a lot worse than I thought it was, but all right, let's go. And he just kind of sprints off, and then the creature looks around, waits, and then just kind of flies back up and disappears.
Isaac, are you having a dumb idea like I'm having a dumb idea?
No, I'm just trying to find where we should start with this infiltration.
But I don't think we can really easily get in because they were able to find my familiar pretty easily. I think we might have to do as I saw one time in the history books from a while ago. I believe the term was "do as the Romans do when in Rome."
The greatest of all bastions, Rome.
Rome.
What are you thinking of pretending of being charmed?
Pretending of being charmed, but I don't even know if people were charmed because there are some because did we met people who potentially didn't look charmed. They just were like actually like, oh yeah, we're down.
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, yes.
But I feel like potentially as long as we don't seem overtly aggressive and seem like we want to be here, other than whatever that was at the beginning, we might be okay to at least get in.
I don't know how well I'll do with pretending to be down for anything going down here. But
Listen, we just have to get in because I don't think we are going to be able to like sneak in. I will
It's
be.
like, listen here, man. I can't fake it to me.
You see, you know what? I'm gonna try something. You see Ravana just hear you guys going back and forth trying some things. With a blank face, I just start walking in. Just do not care.
Okay.
Just start trotting
Um,
in.
does anyone do anything?
No, I guess not. I'm just like,
So you guys just like hiding in, and it's after the bushes, you kind of move past, and Ravana, you see one of these creatures kind of appear, and then it lands in front of you. What do you do? It kind of just looks at you.
I'm just going to be like, oh hey, you here? Yeah, kind of like that emo like tone, like you here for the party too.
It just kind of looks at you, and then it kind of moves over to you, and then it just puts its finger, like its clawed finger out, looking at you, waiting.
I guess I wasn't invited. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
It cocks its head to the side, and then it starts to move its finger towards your head.
Can I get insight if I'm ready to die?
You can roll an insight check with disadvantage because it has no facial expressions.
it is just existing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, with the 9, the best you could tell is it looks like it's trying to replicate the process it just did with whatever that other person was.
I'm just gonna look at him like, yeah, okay, I get it, man. And I'm gonna start walking away.
Okay. When you do that, you feel a very strong impulse within your body that says, "Fool, what are you doing? Accept its gift. Can you not hear it speaking to you?" And then, do you continue to try to walk past it, or do you stay right there?
I'm going to accept this gift.
Okay. So you kind of stop, and then you look at this thing, and it's kind of like, it looks like it was like about to go whoa, 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 like what are you doing? Like it's gonna do something, and then it sees you stop, and then it reaches its finger out, and it goes and it touches you on the nose, and when it touches you on the nose, I need a Constitution saving throw from me.
Oh boy. Hey, con
And,
save, baby. Let's
during
go.
No.
Ravana, you start to scream in pain as you feel the singe from your nose all the way down from like to your chin, from your chin down your neck, and from your neck to your clavicle. This singeing pain as if though you're getting an instantaneous like tattoo, like that. No slowness, just all of this pain.
Ooh.
And when that happens, you hear its voice saying, there, calm yourself. It's almost over. There. It's finished.
I can hear you.
and
Are you well?
uh,
Are you well?
during this, can I tell if this is supposed to be some sort of vetting process?
You get the sense that there's something about it, yeah. It's not necessarily the vetting process, it's more like an inoculation of
It's-
some form.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
So as that happens, you see Ravana, you take a step forward, and you hear this creature that says, "Please enjoy the festivity. You have been personally invited. The Feast of the Burning King. Enjoy. Cause no trouble. Revel with your brethren and your new family."
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Ravana, what do you do? He then flies up and then disappears.
I'm gonna turn around. And goes, you two lamos coming?
They are in the brush, and you can't necessarily see them. They're still hidden. But do you just like shout that out to them?
Yeah, come on out. It ain't that bad. Come on, stop being a baby. Come on, let's go.
Quick question. Because Isaac, you said it's kind of like an inoculation, and now he can kind of understand what the R.I.P. our DM. I want to know something. Hello, nice to have you back. I missed you. I cried.
Yep.
Hello.
Yep.
Okay, you're fine. I was just like, does so. Oh man. Basically, I want to know if there's something that like outside. Whatever. I'll wait until afterwards. I step out. And I'm just like, woo, yeah, feast of feast, yeah, feast, woo, yeah,
You try it
feast.
out, and then another one of these creatures comes down and descends on you.
And
It sticks its finger out. What do?
I put up my nose and I put my hands behind my back.
Constitution saving throw as
Boy, howdy.
goes for
Isaac's sort of
16.
Okay. The pain is not unbearable for you, and in the middle of the process, you hear it saying, "Ah, so this one is mighty. This one will be worthy." And then you feel like when the process ends, it burns, and you want to cry out, but you don't. And then at the end of it, you feel better. You actually regain 1 point of sanity.
Let's go, baby. Yeah.
Or in this case.
Also,
It invites you. It says the same thing. Like, welcome. Enjoy your time with your new brethren. And
I look over, I wave at the person without a face, and I start trotting along, acting as if everything's fine. And in my head, I'm like, please, Isaac, be right behind me. Oh.
yeah. Isaac was kind of like following him in the bush.
Yep.
Like kind of making the same motions, but not really saying anything.
Yeah, the creature doesn't necessarily like turn and leave. It waits a little bit and then sees you come, and then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, and then it just kind of expects you to come to it. Do you do so?
Yes.
Con save for me as well then. You feel the searing pain kind of stretch from your nose to your clavicle as this stinging sensation hits you, and you just hear it trying to soothe you again. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine. Calm down. It's almost over. There. It's okay. Now you are ready to spend time and revel at the feast of the Burning King. Please go meet your new brothers, and then invites you off, and then flies away and disappears.
Now that we can understand Black Beasts at this point in time, from what it seems, or at least that one. I'm gonna test this. I look over to Isaac. I was like, well, while we're here, I guess we follow that one saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And I'm just gonna go up to a black beast that I see.
Which you see plenty of them.
I want to go up to this new one with the hands.
Oh, okay. So you strive up to one of these creatures, and it's about the size of probably about the size of a very large dog, and it looks at you. Hello there, human.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you? I haven't seen you. I haven't ever seen you before in the Blacklands.
We are the more significant and few of our brethren. We are the eldest children. We are the protectors of us, of our family, the leaders, the generals of an army. But don't think of it like an army. It's we fight to survive in this cursed land. And with our new regent, perhaps we can retake this cursed land to the rightful king.
Oh, okay. Well,
anyway, enjoy. Please go imbibe.
All right. Have a great day. Hope everything goes well. And I'm just gonna kind of walk back to Isaac, and I'm just like, oh, just under my breath, I was like, oh, this is a problem.
Yeah.
The dude I just talked to, apparently those are like the oldest children, which means this is Black Beasts are like a family. And it looks like they're trying to retake the entire Blacklands into whatever it is, the region, which I'm assuming is the one with the crown. Oh, this is not gonna go well, is it, Isaac?
No, we should probably just get what we came for and leave.
Really quickly, so I understand. So we all understand Black Beast at this point. Is there any way to know if this is permanent, or a way to make this permanent?
You have no clue.
Oh man, I'm curious now. I gotta know. I'm gonna go back up to the guy real quick. Gonna go back up to the eldest. I was like, "Excuse me, eldest. I have a question. Just a general thing.
Yes.
So I've never been able to understand you or your brethren before today. Is this gonna stay, or is there a way to make this permanent?
As per the dream, you are part of the family, so long as you stay near the regent's camp
When his power grows, so too shall his reach, and you will wander farther. But he must first devour the strength of the weaker two vessels that he possesses.
Oh, okay.
The reach expands. I understand. This is new to you. Do not fear. You are taken care of. You are protected. You are safe from
Okay.
those wretched who would have harmed you, hurt you.
Be right back. 1 second.
Okay, well, that's a relief. Thank you so much. Well, have a great feast. Thank you. Hope you have a wonderful day. Don't.
Every day is wonderful in the presence of our legion.
And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, and I'm gonna get back up to Isaac, and I'm just like, so, whatever it is, whichever one it is with the crown is going to try to basically absorb the other two artifacts, and that's how he's going to further expand his territory.
I see. Did you get any other information out of him?
Not really. So it is that one, the ones with those hands, they are the eldest. The regent is the one with the crown, which we figured. We are all safe here. They definitely are like the other two weaker ones. So the children of the blood chalice and the faithful Luthiel. They are basically going to try to get rid of them. That's I think what the war is for. So that way the regent, quote unquote, can expand his area. The larger his area is, the more everyone who is currently like here, who's not a black beast, like how we can understand them, will be able to travel farther out. Like basically the realm, as long as we're in this realm, we can understand black beasts, and that realm will expand if he starts absorbing these these quote unquote weaker sects.
Gotcha.
We want to. What do you want to do? Do you want to split up and just try to find? Because it seems like as long as we are here and not aggressive, it seems like we're okay. And I think it'd be better if we try to split up to find whatever it is we're looking for than anything else.
Yeah.
Do I see any notable like landmarks?
You see circus tents?
I don't see like a giant like circus tent pole like sometimes they have like the like spring merry-pole or whatever, and like sometimes in the middle of areas.
No, you don't see like a maypole or anything like that.
Okay. So I don't see anything of note that would stand out as like this. We could meet back here.
Oh, I mean, you probably could find like a building to meet back.
Okay. Yeah. So I point to like a build. I could point to like the closest building around us. Is like, how about this? We say an hour and a half. Sound about fair?
And what should we do if one of us gets into trouble?
Oh, that's a wonderful question, isn't it? I look over to Isaac and I was like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we're gonna get in trouble. I think it'll be someone else, and I'm really hoping that they don't, because I don't have anything to have to do if they get in trouble. Because I'll be honest, I don't know what they're doing, and I'm very worried about what may happen. Because
I was just thinking we probably shouldn't leave Ravana alone.
Well, here's the problem: is if something goes wrong. I hate to say it, but if something goes wrong with one of us, like whether it be me, you, Ravana, Talkspace, whoever it is in our best interest to not start something here. If we can find out, because I feel like what this seems like almost like a carnival, like a space that's quote unquote safe. This feels more like they'll probably have a holding cell, or they'll take you somewhere. They're not going to they're just not going to kill someone in broad daylight.
Right.
So maybe if something happens, we become aware of it and try to find them and try to take care of it there. Because if we try to jump towards the aids of the rest of the party if something goes wrong, we suddenly have this entire camp on us. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think any of us have anywhere near the power to deal with even a tenth of what is here. These worms and everything else that's around, we fought. I don't know what is going to happen with the eldest. I can only imagine what they're capable of, and I would rather not find out now. So, I say we split up. I think Rana understands at least enough to know now is not the time to go into arson mode or anything like that to try to draw attention to themselves when it seems like if you draw attention, it is most certainly a death sentence. And no matter how odd they may be currently, death is still death, and I don't think anyone really wants that.
Not for attitude.
But with that, if you want to stay with Ravana, I completely understand. But I want to try, especially since we're worried about them, quote unquote, absorbing these other parties. I want to try to find this. I want to try to find these things and figure out how to get them out of here as soon as possible. Because if this regent expends its realm, I do not think it bodes well for anybody in the Blacklands.
Agreed. Okay, so.
Oh, I wish Tox was here because I know this. Oh, this actually is really upsetting. Because Tox has a counterpoint to this, and I'd be so curious. Because Tox is of the mindset, and I've talked to John about this. Tox is of the mindset of, can we convince them potentially to also join in like a trade route, like to become another party that without causing war. But it does not seem to be the case here.
You never know.
Well, let's meet back over there in about an hour and a half. And if something goes wrong, if one of us isn't there, I guess the best thing to do would be go up to one of the Black Beasts and ask, do you by any chance know what happened to the person I came with? Because it seems to be that might be the best thing. But hopefully it won't come to that.
All right. You guys splitting up and start going to talk to people.
Yeah.
What do you guys describe the surroundings? So there is a massive carnival tent, effectively, like almost centered its camp. Then there's a small little section that looks like a setup for humanoid enclosures and like places to sleep. Then you see what looks like now that you guys are in the camp, there's like a pit filled with dark ichor and all sorts of different pukes and stuff. You see a bunch of black beasts are wandering to and fro around. You don't know much about what's going on there, but you can get the sense that's their zone. Quite a big little spot. And then you also see what looks like one of these great cracks in the ground that's producing a massive plume of smoke that's joining in with the flaming embers. And literally, like the big pyre and the smoke from this crack is just like melting together into this big smoky plume.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna choose last.
Okay, who wants to go where?
I'll check out the plume of smoke.
Okay, you're gonna go to the crevice, see what's going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brayden, where would you like to go? Investigate.
Are you back?
Actually, okay. Brayden, you want to go investigate the tents.
Is
that exactly where you want to investigate, or do you submit to this, or do you not want to submit? You like, no, actually, I want to go check something.
I'll go to the tents.
Okay,
I'll be the test monkey.
Yeah, you hear kind of in your head it says, "Our purpose resides somewhere in here. my supposition is that they sit upon a throne in the tent. And then
And I
no, it's Parks. Oh yeah.
It's gonna be so stupid. I'm gonna go towards that black beast zone.
Got it. All right. Isaac. Start with you then. What were you saying?
I was gonna say is Isaac's kind of like trying to keep an eye on Ravana, so as soon as he sees her veering off to the tent, he's probably just gonna follow her.
Oh, okay. So then we'll deal with the Black Beast Zone, then go to 10 next.
Oh boy.
Parnox, you
Yeah.
stride towards this pit. And when you get kind of there, you see some of the creatures, they kind of turn and look over at you. And one of these worms kind of coils around towards you and looks at you and says, "Beautiful, isn't it?" As it's kind of, you both are looking at this Icarus pit, a mix between tar-filled and ash-filled like mud,
Okay.
where you see small pinpricked eyes like royal in the midst of the mud. You see, looking in there's a lot of movement, like something is undulating in the pit, but you can't really see creatures. You see some of them go down into there, and they kind of look around and like are inspecting this mud, and then they just kind of go back up.
As the void worm comes up, it's like it's definitely. What is it though? Is it where you all come from? Is it like a place for you to rest? What?
It kind of coils around the other side of your ear and says, "It's both and neither.
That doesn't.
It is a place of rest for your kind as well."
Oh man, am I really gonna do something stupid?
It's the place of transition. Those who are strong-willed, such as yourself. What we have heard.
Transition.
Yes.
When you say
One truly part of the family. As the
oh,
dream
oh, I get it now. Oh.
to spread the ashes below to you.
And so
Creatures born from this land to now become part of it.
So will I become like you if I go in there?
Maybe like me. And it kind of coils like around your leg, but kind of like is whispering in your left ear and says, "Or maybe like those in the sky above, or the hounds around, or the creatures who deal in slumber, or if you're truly strong of will, even as the eldest are, you may be."
Like fully become you, or become like part of you? Because I look over, it's like, because the Blacklands have
You are part of, but you are not
family.
as we are. You are family. No, you are family. But you are not one as we are. You are of adoption.
Oh, okay.
But you can be a flood. In time. I understand it's troublesome, but this is the time of celebration, not the time of drab thoughts and longings. Joy. And it kind of like coils away from you. But if you're curious, you may investigate the pits. As it kind of slithers away.
Oh man. My dumb brain is so on fire right now, because it's like, I need to know if it's like what's, because it sounds so obvious that I'm just gonna turn into a black beast if I go in here. And
It's nice knowing you, Frank.
oh man. Quick question. Is it one of those things, if I ever try to like speak with potentially my patron, is it something where like I should probably be by myself or something like that?
Usually it's in the middle of a quiet night when you're musing of your type of thinking. Your patron's hard to contact because he's so enigmatic.
Yeah. But if the void worm goes off, I was like, excuse, is there a place to, like, a quiet place to just gather my thoughts and take everything in of everything that's happening?
Yes, of course. If you
go into the forest, you will have complete clarity of thought, and may think, I suppose. I thought not your kind for much contemplation. I suppose.
I try every once in a while. It's but I do my best. Well,
You may go so.
thank you
You may
so
go
much.
if you so need to.
And then I'm going to walk away, not towards the forest. Where the pit is it able to see other parts of the like the camp, the carnival?
Yeah, it's more like in so like tents are surrounding this big pyre, and now that you're inside past the barrier of the tents, you can see that there's this pit
Okay.
kind of adjacent.
Do I notice the fact that Isaac is not at the the crevice?
You don't know where they are.
Okay.
They have gone off to where they
Well,
went.
I'm gonna go towards the crevice because I was just like, that's the next thing I was gonna look at, but I had to go to that bit first. Oh, that's so. Dumb brain is really on something tonight. All right.
Oh, so we go over to the carnival. As you guys stride into the carnival, you see kind of. It's funny because it's wearing like a suit with like a red tie. One of these like winged creatures, and he kind of looks at you and says, "Please take a seat in the pews. It shall begin soon. The next showing." What do you and Ravana do as it kind of looks at you, Isaac and Ravana?
What is it? What exactly is showing tonight, or is it supposed to be a surprise?
A little bit of both. It is a delight to those who have been so oppressed by these lands.
Okay. And Isaac goes to take a seat, but before he actually sits down, he kind of like crouches down halfway, and then looks back to see if Ravana is following.
Okay. Yeah. Ravana, do you go take a seat?
I do.
Okay. As you guys sit down, you see kind of moving into this tent is one of these dread veils with a human kind of behind them, who's in like carnival kind of attire. And he looks over and he says, the dread veil kind of with all of its hands kind of gesture. Friends, we have a spectacular show tonight. Our great king, our crowned lord, he shall indeed be brought justice against these creatures who so spurn him. Those rotten who have hated you, who have been brought out and called away from the assemblage of those who would dare to taint his new king. And you hear people start cheering, and yeah, good. Now, my friend, and he kind of points this human, and they kind of like take a few steps forward, and then they say, "All welcome all. We indeed have quite a show for you all, please. Now remember, those in the first two rows, you are indeed in the slash zone. So, all of you, wring your hands, prepare yourselves, and for you black beasts, hold your temper and tongues as this event unfolds itself. Please give your rousing hand or hands or feet or tail, whatever you have available, to produce a clapping round of applause for our great crowned fragment. And everyone starts to kind of clap and just like, yeah, woo! You see even these other creatures start like chittering and like all these weird cacophonous sounds as you see kind of moving into the zone a creature that looks like this
Oh no.
as it kind of floats into the
Oh.
region and it kind of looks around and as it kind of stares at the crowd this blank face it then makes a gesture and everyone just is quiet and you hear this pulsing voice that just kind of says, "To you I've given the gift of family, but to those who have spurned us, Those who have been so desperately against us, they deserve retribution. And he kind of turns, and his hand kind of echoes out, and this mist appears, and then, like, roiling as if though they popped out from an ash cloud, are three bodies of elves who are hand-tied behind their back in, like, burlap kind of clothes, looking like they've been hurt and damaged, and they're just kind of resting there. And he looks over, and he says, "These three, to their own kind, they have broken deal and bone alike, taken the lives of their fellow kin, and for what? More of the shell of beast that was slain. To you, what do I say? Do we seek mercy from them? Kindness? Change? No. I only see opportunity for sacrifice. Attendant, bring me their jaws." And the attendant turns around, this human, looks over, and he walks over to these creatures, and he grabs them by the back of their head, pulls the hair back, pulls out like what looks like an axe, and just goes, and chops off the first one's jaw. And the creature just kind of like flops, and he just lets it go down. The other one kind of looks over, tired, terrified, just, "No, please, please." And he grabs the other one's head, opens the mouth, delivers a blow. And then he goes to the third one. And as he does the same thing, he says, "Wait, this one. This one is strong of will. He is embracing this. Death is noble. I will accept nothing but complete brokenness. Send him back. Another day. Another 2. Another 10,000. Until he is broken and fit for the burning king." And you see him just kind of like head held down, resigned, as the attendant says, "Well, lucky day or unlucky, you could have had the sweet relief of death in a greater service. But no, no. Your stubbornness has now spoiled your sacrifice. You will pay for that later. Come." And he claps, and you see kind of like a cacophony of about 5 or 6 of these black beasts kind of pick this creature up, this broken elven man, and starts carrying him off. "Well, how did you all feel tonight about these sacrifices?" All this time, people are just roaring and screaming and crying as excitement kind of triggers. They take these 2 kind of jaw fragments, and then they just kind of set them down before the creature. And he looks at them, and he just raises his hand, and they just turn to ash. And the ash just sits there in a pile. And then creatures come back, and they scoop it up, and they just walk off with it. And he turns and leaves, and the crowd roars, and after a little bit, he says, My, gentlemen, well, that's all the showings we have for the day. Thank you so very much. Now we'll have more mundane things like song, dance, and, well, you know the gist. Have fun, enjoy." And the attendant kind of throws down a poof and disappears. The crown fragment, this creature that floats, turns and disapparates into like a mist, and then just disappears. And everyone seems to revel again, breaking back into what's going on. What do you guys do after watching that play?
Oh boy.
Isaac's kind of like gripping his pants like really tightly, and you could see that he was trying to restrain himself from doing something.
Ravana does not care.
Ravana's like, "Huh."
Interesting.
Ravana is eating popcorn, just like, man, this is a great show.
No, Ravana is eating hot Cheetos.
Ah, valid.
So, after a little bit of time goes, Isaac, all of that, you just feel for a moment there's like wetness on your face, and then you're like, "I'm not crying. What in the world?" And you wipe it away, and it's just flecks of blood. probably didn't realize in the moment. It's just kind of splattered you.
He's just to himself like, I guess I didn't mishear.
What do you guys do? Everyone's reveling. You see now, like, an actual carnival show almost is breaking off.
Which direction did the one with the crown go?
You don't know. He turned around and then disapparated.
Would we stand out too much if we tried to get out of the tent from here before the show ends?
You see people coming in and out, so you probably could easily get out.
Okay, I'll just slip out the way we came and.
Ravana, do you follow, or are you just watching?
I'm just gonna blend in with the crowd and watch the show. Something tells me to keep watching.
Yeah. As this is going, when Isaac kind of turns and leaves, you kind of feel this. Wait. When the attendant comes, track his movement. Find him. Speak to him. I know him. Not for who he appears, but what he actually is. We have some business to deal with, Vessel. With that one in particular.
No, no.
Isaac, you leave and you stride out, and where would you want to go after this?
First, he sees that Ravana stuck back, so he's gonna double back in to try to find her and drag her out.
Sitting in there, Ravana, are you dragged out?
I'm gonna slap his hand. Little peasant touching my hand.
What are you doing? You need to move. We have stuff to do.
You have stuff to do. I'm staying here. Don't worry about it. I'll meet with you
No,
later.
no, no. Don't get sucked up into the quote unquote festivities here. We came here to get something. We need to go find it.
Fine, but if I get talked to, it's on you.
Fine. What are you talking about? I just gave you instructions. There is no fine. You stay here and you wait for the jester, or so help me, I will consume your soul and spit it out in the pits of Avernus.
Oh, oh.
I'm gonna look back at Isaac and be like, "Look, I'm staying here, or we can create a scene. How about that?" And I don't think you want to create a scene.
Well, what's the deal over here? Like, are you into carnivals or something? Like, did you enjoy watching people have their jaws taken off?
Do you like carnivals that much? Is it the peanuts?
You know what? It's just giving me more inspiration.
Oh,
How about we just back off, shall we?
Ravana, we're here on a mission.
We're here on a trip on our favorite rocket ship, okay?
Well,
We-
how
we
about
are
this?
Zen
I
disguised.
can make this a short adventure for you. Maybe you can reunite with all those children and you'll never see them.
Oh my! He did not just say that to him. He did not just say that to Isaac. He did not just say that to Isaac. He did not just say that to Isaac.
Get out of here, bud. There you go, man.
Nah, man, I'm heading out.
He's like, I think that I know where this is gonna go.
I can't believe you just said that.
Holy cow, he's doing a better job of being chaotic. Lawfully, whatever. Okay. How do you respond to this?
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that and remind you again, we are here on a mission.
I'm gonna put my hand on his
Focus
shoulder.
up.
I'm gonna be all like that really weird fake smile. It's like, listen
Got a
here.
vampiric smile. Got a
If
vampiric
I
touch.
don't do what this creepy man in my head tells me to do, You won't like me. Now, this is as nice as I'm going to get. We understand each other? We-
No, we don't understand each other. Creepy man.
True, to be fair, he doesn't hear any of the man talking to you telling you to stay still. That's in your head. I can't believe
You know,
you just said that to Isaac.
I never took you for the type who could get so easily distracted from the mission. Just don't do anything to mess it up for the two of us, or the rest of us. Okay? Can we at least agree on that?
I'll take that. Now go
Stick
ahead.
behind.
Scurry along.
Watch.
Hurry. Go.
Watch your little carnival show. I hope you have fun. See you around.
Put my feet up and put my hand behind my head as I'm watching the show.
Bro, if we weren't in a place that
Bye.
I'm pretty sure if we weren't in a place where, like, if a weapon was drawn, every black
I'm
beast in a
pretty sure
30-foot radius would be on him immediately. You would have immediately just been thunder like booming bladed to oblivion.
I'm gonna
Oh
action
my
surge and hit him 4 times.
dude, that is
Right now, I'm
insane.
gonna shove him to the ground and hit him 3 times with an advantage. That's what's gonna happen.
That is actually insane.
That was great. That was fan-stinking tag. Take a point. What is your stress at right now, Brady?
Let me check. My stress is at.
Probably 5 or 4.
It's at 5.
Hey, regain 2 points of stress because that was so perfect to what your character would want to do at this point. Like how cynical they are. You have
Dude.
accomplished. You've leaned into it. It is
That is
relieving to you to be able
insane.
to outpour that.
I was born for this.
You felt a deep breath of refreshment as this toxic aspect of you is poured out.
Oh my goodness.
I do love how me and Justin can both start going off of this.
Meanwhile, Parnox is just vibing outside, being like, "Should I potentially go into the Black Beast pit?"
So you stride over to the crevasse. The first thing that strikes you, the plume is the same type of ash you had seen before.
Of course it is.
You know that. You immediately, you guys have scoured this out and you know this. But this crevasse, you hear that same laughter / screaming / everything from the shattered crack below.
Like,
But it's a lot louder. So like last time you guys heard like chuckling and laughing and snoring and screaming all at the same time, kind of.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Growling, maybe. It's hard to tell.
Is
It's a cacophony of weird, like animalistic almost noises.
is there a Black Beast near me?
Yeah.
Which one? What kind of is it?
It's a green, or I'm sorry, Endwalker.
An Endwalker? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I go up to the Endwalker. It's like, excuse me, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just exploring everything that's around here. I'm trying to, like, learn more about the family and all. What is down there? I feel like I've heard it somewhere before and what is it?
This is the place where the fragments are stored.
Fragments?
A thousand fragments outpoured and scattered through the ashes.
Wait. Like the are you talking about like the remains of like of like the family, or like the ones that are against us?
Do not. Let me remind you of the dream. Remember when the Cinder Titan fell to the machinations of the evil ones?
Mm-hmm.
And he fell so deep the pits below and shattered into 1,000 pieces. And when he did, his body burned and burned and burned. As it burned, those pieces took wing and flew as the mountain could not contain his wrath and outpoured. Covered this region the living ash that has created us. And from the teardrop, the first of us was born, our Lord, the crown fragment. And from him,
Okay.
he has reassembled us from a mire modeled and mixed of ash and life. Your life, the life of your people. He has brought us together as a family once again. And now we are so close to gaining more strength, getting closer to expanding the domain. Can you not see it?
I think I can. I was just
Delicious.
okay. I was just curious because I feel like I'd heard this sound before and it's much louder here, so I just wanted to know like what was down there. But thank you so much. So just purely so to understand, that is lore for the three lords. The one that created the Black Beast, that laughter and stuff is basically his living like fragments that are stuck below,
So,
or like his like
roll a history check now that you have this information. Parse it all together.
14.
Okay, 13 is the DC. So basically, this
Yes.
is what the creature is saying out of Enigma. When the creature was destroyed,
Yes.
one of these cindered lords, he was shattered into effectively what they say a thousand pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But his body still burned in the underground,
Mm-hmm.
and so the majority of his power and his essence is underground still. But they're able to, how do you say this? They're able to bring that essence up from underground by literally creating volcanic activity that outpours ash.
Okay, so they
Because that's
create
the ash
activity to get
Yeah.
the ash that is him basically, and then combine that with like whatever of like the
And then-
lives of
and then-
us.
And then yeah, so what he made comment of is basically this: is here Lethea fell on the ash of the ash peak, and awokened the first of them, which is the crown fragment, which is the one who's
Okay.
big. bad
Yeah,
guy.
the big one,
guy
the
who's-
one that we just saw ask for some jawbones.
Yeah, he was able to then take this ash that exists, which has this essence, this power of this creature that it's really hard to understand. And like basically, these cremated remains of
Of the
whatever
Cindered
this-
Lord.
this- whatever that was. Which
Yeah.
is now, mind you, on close inspection, it's like cremated remains, like of
Yeah.
humanoids and all sorts of stuff. So whatever his composition originally of is now concerning. But he's able to model that into like a dark tar like mud and infuse the life of other creatures, of other humanoids, to
Oh.
make black beasts.
That's terrifying. Okay.
So those mud pits over there are how black beasts are made. He takes stronger willed individuals, mixes them with the mud, or the remains, the cremated remains of the cindered lord, and creates one of these black beasts. But they are mindless because they don't have any. They are not fragments of him. They don't have any essence, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
They are just mindless drones. But every once in a while, one of them can rise or be strong enough to actually have cognition, and that's the dread veils. The dread veils are effectively the closest you have to being another fragment, effectively.
Okay.
The closest. But he's the only one who's basically like, I am a dime in a dozen. Like I am actually one of the 1,000.
Okay. Oh, that's oh no. Okay. That changes so much. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Good thing I didn't go in there yet.
I think.
Yeah, I say yet.
You were sitting there thinking, I was like, this man's like gonna turn into like Black Beast. He's just
I'm gonna
go
turn into a
far.
combination of a black beast and then a like Vendig in training. This is how it happens. Dude, okay. So after hearing that, I kind of just like take a breath. I was like, oh, okay, that's a lot. I'm gonna start making my way back towards the place that I was going because like they went into the main tent, and then I'm assuming there's like side tents and stuff, but that's just more for like where
There's,
people
like,
can camp out.
It's like a campsite for
Yeah.
humans. Yes.
Is okay. Can I look to see if I can find another one of the elder quote unquote children of the family?
Yes. So over time, you will learn this is called a dread veil.
A dread veil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dread veil. Over time, you will know that is the term that is given to them by people of the Black.
Okay.
These are dread veils.
Got it. Dread veil. Dread veils are the eldest children.
Yep. They're the strongest of the Black beasts. So, and then the ones flying above are called attritions.
Attritions.
Yeah.
Is that like what we
And-
fought in the? Is that like what we fought in the?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm typing all this down. I'm like, I was like, this is lore, like deep lore. I gotta keep all this in. I gotta get all of it. I'm gonna.
He's like a mad historian.
I listen, man. I'm gonna try to go up to one of these Dreadvale, and I'm gonna be like, sorry, excuse me. So, because I'm just curious, because we're trying to because we're trying to basically take care of these two other sects to expand the family's reach. Is there something where we like put their stuff on display? Is like to like almost as like to celebrate that we have what they want, or is that
Roll for me a deception check because we're asking a very, very specific question that could be interpreted as like a
16?
just trying to find something. Okay. You see a glimpse of suspicion in his face, and then you could see after a little bit when you start talking about conquest, it kind of like subsides, but there's a little bit of like, oh, okay. It responds back and says, "It is with the High Regent.
Okay, understood.
He,
Of
he knows
course,
where it is.
of course. Of course.
In open display, then our foe may steal it, but it's
Of course, completely understood. I apologize. I am aware of like the history of the humans. They used to have like conquests and so on. So I didn't know if something was happening like that. But that's much more understanding. Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to enjoy the festivities again. You have a wonderful rest of your day, brother.
You as well. I encourage you. Enjoy the revelry. Think not too hard of the situations before you.
Dude, it's taking everything in me to fight her, just being like, I'm gonna go into the pit now.
I'm curious. You can just go for it. It would be fascinating.
I'm so curious about it, but I think
I actually do know what would happen, and it would be very interesting.
okay.
I had prepared for this contingency because I know you like to dip your hands in goop.
What can I say? I'm just a funny little guy.
Isaac, what would you like to do?
I'm a twisted psychopath.
We're gonna get to Ravana and Ravana. Ravana is a great ending point.
I would say I would go back to the to check out the pit like I wanted to at first. And would I cross paths with Parnox on the way there?
Roll a D100 for me. You want low.
Come on.
I am going on my way back to like the place where we were supposed to meet. So
Yep.
yeah.
You absolutely do. You do bump into Ravana. Or not Ravana.
Okay, so we have a problem. We are down one search member. Ravana, I guess, really enjoys carnivals.
Well, well, that's the least of the worries that I have right now after what I've just learned about Isaac. And I'm going to explain to you everything that just happened about how, like, one, the regent that I don't know you guys saw, but the regent holds on to the items. So the items that we're looking for, he has them. They are not up for display. They're not where that we can easily find them,
He
bro.
knows where they are.
Yeah, he knows where they are. He's also the one making black beasts. the black beasts are formed by basically the souls / energy of humans that are not part of the family. Is it part of the family or like not part of the family?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Of like humans
You
in general.
actually, so Isaac, as you're going, you see the two bodies of the jawless, sacrifices. They get thrown in that pit, and they just kind of sink into it.
Those were the.
They don't even necessarily need to be alive.
He just says to himself, "Those guys were in the tent. They had their jaws taken on stage."
Oh, sounds like you guys had a interesting time for that.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even know why Ravana would want to stick around in a place like that after seeing something like that happen right in front of her.
I don't know.
Like it took everything that I had not to do something to stop it.
Yeah. Well, um, give me a moment. I want to see if I can talk to someone, but I need a little bit of quiet. Can you give me 15 minutes? I'll be back and we'll both go basically to see if we can we'll stay near Ravana basically at that point, because I don't think there's much more to explore, because I already explored that area and I also explored that like crevice and
Give me a perception check real quick.
Yep.
As you guys are getting ready to kind of like step away.
Ooh.
Isaac, technically you're there too. Roll a perception check as well. I just want to see if he does. Let's see if he ends it with another high roll by the end of the night.
Yeah.
14 was the DC, so 15 is enough. So, okay, you see what looks like just around you guys' feet, a blue kind of simple mist, kind of very, very hard to tell, but it kind of goes past you and then stops. You guys look, and it just kind of curls down into that valley. That's all that you notice. What it means, you don't know.
You said into the valley, like
Yeah, into that like ravine.
the crevice that like that I was at last time.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep. Ravana. After a little bit of time, the place starts to die, and you see it in a puff of smoke appearing. This jester-like individual, this carnival attendant. Well, friends, glad to see you all. Thank you so much. Go, please, enjoy more festivities. We are cleaning up. After all, you can see the mess we have. He kind of points this big splatter of, crimson on the front sand. But after all, it's been wonderful having you all today. Please come back for more tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe that rat might actually be able to, who knows, make a fitting sacrifice to our Lord. Have a good day. Enjoy. And I will see you all later. At that, when he says later, you get a prompting to go talk to him before he disappears. What do you do?
I'm gonna go ahead and walk down the aisle, see if I can get talk to him.
You
Kinda
see
like
he's
wave
getting ready
over.
to do something. Yeah. He looks over and he says, "Yes, how can I assist you?"
You're the one I need to talk to.
Of course. About anything in particular?
I'm going to like listen to the voice in my head. All right, I got him. What's next?
Ravana, you start to speak, but it's not really you. It says, "Drexion, how are you doing?" And with that, you can see this guy kind of like coils back, and like he reaches over for what you can see is like holstering a wand, and he reaches and grabs it. What do you do? What do you do?
I'm going to just put my hand on it. Look, I'm just a messenger. Just hear him out. I'm not trying not to hurt you yet.
And then
But
with
whatever.
that same voice, he's kind of curious. He looks at you again. He says, through your voice, "Drexion, it is I. Your apprenticeship, I can see, is falling on low times. But this vessel before you, she'll be a fitting queen of nightmares, wouldn't you think?" And you see this big smile on this jester's face kind of start to peel from cheek to cheek. And here I was thinking I was going to be subservient to some rabble. Ash monster. Well, my lord, please lead the way. We shall begin the rite. And to you, Vessel, thank you so much. I think you have single-handedly saved the Blackland. Come quick. He grabs you. Are you? And he dimension doors. Ravana. He is trying to teleport you away. Do you try to resist?
No.
And with that, you both step through a purple swirling door with red and gold accents kind of swirling, and you disappear to some different place. And with that, we will end tonight's session.
All right.
Oh, dude.
So, what did I say the name was? One more time.
Drexian?
Okay, good. I want to make sure I said it right.
Yeah, you said Drexian, also called the Jester, who knows the Necromancer, and the Necromancer seems to, like, know him enough to be like, oh, so your, like, apprenticeship isn't doing so hot, is it, bud?
Oh, we stepped into a whole different
Oh.
Hey, brother, I would bring a different character sheet.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think we're
You
getting.
need
I don't
a
think we're
different
getting you
character-
back,
need a
buddy.
different character sheet. I'm going to tell you this. Just bring a different character.
I don't think we're getting you back, homie.
I think I would say because you allowed everything to go the way it did, you need a different character.
Oh.
You just went through.
Because
Listen, you just went through a
Ravana did
dimension
not put up
door.
a single fight, yeah, and now
You-
which is fine. Like narratively, it's
It's fantastic. He now has the biggest big bad. Oh, dude.
Like narratively, it's fantastic, and now we get to really introduce a cool character at a cool time. But
At a later, at a later time, golly, prepper.
you have, I think you have given to me the campaign plot.
Oh,
You have
Hey,
given to me the entire campaign plot now.
boy, howdy.
So have I just lost Ravana?
Yeah, you 1,000%.
I
Dude,
would
You
say
went through a
right
dimension
there.
door. You are split from the party. To put in perspective, by the way, if I remember correctly, let me just look at this. Because dimension door is a high level spell.
Yeah.
Dimension door.
Level.
Dimension door. It can be placed so you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction. Range of 500 feet.
Yeah, you just teleported 500 feet away.
That's still really far, and we have no idea where you went because it can be
Dimension door is like what? Fifth level?
4th level.
Fourth.
So, like, technically, I can have access to it soon as well. However, it's again, like, we need to know, like, it is purely verbal. And, like, if they just, and, like, unless you hear them say, oh, we're going to go this direction, you can be anywhere basically 500 feet from that point.
Exactly where you're at. Oh,
I mean-
yeah, I would say you have. I would say it's to this point. I'm almost tempted to, like,
Just
I actually want to play it out because I want at least Ravana to have, like, I want to see.
You want to see how Ravana's, like, end.
Conclusion.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
the conclusion. It isn't just a Ravana goes to the dimension door and you never see them again. Or so you think.
Yeah, it's never. It's yeah, but
There was a.
I would bring another character, and we should talk about what's gonna happen.
I have a feeling that Ravana might be an end boss.
What? That's crazy. Calling Ravana the Queen of the Nightmares, thinking that's going to be a probably huge major plot point, that's wild.
And it's funny, my character was the most timid, like, nice person in the world. Freaking animal, plants. Now to freaking devil.
So here's my question. Here's my question, by the way. I'm assuming basically, like, because we never talked about, like, what your where your animals are during all of this.
Silver is in the cart.
Is Silver still with the cart? Yeah, but here's the question: is, like, all the things that they picked up on the way, because there are here's the thing also, by the way, that like there's now a dragon egg that one of us is gonna have to take still.
I would say that's probably in the cart.
No, because we left it in a barrel at home because, like,
It's in a barrel full of salt water.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So
Technically anyone can get it, but, like, oh, dude, that's wild what just happened.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey, you told me to play a part. I played the part.
Also, on a scale of
Honestly,
1 to 10,
class chaotic. Yes.
on a
I
scale
love
of 1 to 10, Daniel, 10 being literally what happened to Ravana. If I Here's my question, because I want to ask this because like it's really tempting. Like, what's the scale if I step into that?
anywhere between a 2 and an 8.
2 and an 8.
It's either a 2 or an 8.
Oh, oh. And let me guess, this isn't the thing of where I could stick one arm in and be like, maybe something will happen. It's a all or nothing, isn't it?
It's either a 2 or an 8.
Oh, okay.
You can do whatever you want.
Cool. All right. I get it. I
Yeah,
get
you
it.
guys have lore drop. You have learned
Dude, the lore.
insanity of this other guy. Honestly, I hope my mic didn't cut out much.
No.
because
I will say you were a little quiet tonight, but it wasn't bad. Like, I was able to hear you pretty well. I just noticed, like, because I was recording the session, I could tell, like, you were a little quiet.
But I'm not anywhere close to my mic. This is me close to my mic.
That's fair. Okay, that's different. Yeah, that makes a difference.
But since I don't have the ability to
To,
actually
like, lean forward, yeah.
well, I don't have a stand for it still.
Oh, I would recommend a mic. No, hold it. What kind of mic do you
I'm gonna
have?
get it. I'm gonna get a desk stand. I have a AKG P120, so it's actually a really nice mic. I got it because I wanted to do a little bit of like at the time I wanted to sing and do some stuff on what's it called?
It's a full condenser mic.
What's the freelancing website?
Freelance Fiverr?
Fiverr, that's it. I wanted to do some singing on Fiverr and stuff. And then I was like, I don't have really the time for that. I could do it, I just don't have the time for it.
Man, I see. I forgot how to use my Yeti. I have a Yeti, but I'm so like it sounds like I'm underwater the whole time.
See, the only thing that I don't see, the only thing I was gonna say was like because I'm looking at it on Amazon. Unless it comes with parts, I was gonna say like honestly. Okay, I was gonna say honestly, like a mic. I have like a desk arm. I have like a desk arm. I can send you the link to the one I got. It's nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a desk arm. I just need to spend some money on it.
Yeah.
I haven't taken that time yet. I haven't really needed it much because I didn't have a XLR cable that would work.
Yeah.
The old XLR I had was broken.
I was about to say because I looked at that. That's a full condenser mic. Like that's a big mic.
This thing right here is like I said, I got it because I wanted to sing with it. So
yeah.
And it picks up the voice pretty good. Like if I'm sitting there and it was a quiet day and I wanted to sing like some stinking I don't know what a good analogy. I can don't croon very well, but I can sing that style pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna send
so, like,
you.
that's kind of like the perfect role.
I'm gonna send you the one I got just in case you want to see it.
So, yeah,
it's a little expensive, but it's like really nice because it's like the other one I had. Like this one gets rid of the joints. It's very stable.
That's one of the ones I was looking at.
Yeah, dude, it's really nice. I really like it. I've had it now for like almost a year actually, and like it's a little. It's you got to get used to like how you want to get it set up, like in terms of like because you can tighten it to make it like more likely to stay in a position or like bouncier basically, but like it's stable. I love the like the pivot arm on it. It works so well. It's so nice. And you can get like the low profile one, which I didn't get the low profile one because the low profile one is like scissor looking one.
I would rather have a high profile one because I want one that reaches over and that I can like.
Yeah, that's the one I got is a high profile and it works really well. Plus, like you got like little. It comes with like Velcro stuff too, so you can just kind of like if for your cord you can like connect it to the thing so that way your cord isn't hanging everywhere. And it works really well with like as long as you get an adapter for it, because obviously with with a condenser mic. You'll probably need an adapter for it.
I already have.
Yeah, then you're like set because like it
I literally screw this into whatever I need to.
It's super nice.
Or like any regular mic stand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to emphasize this break. You need a new Karis.
You legitimately no joke.
There now is no way to salvage.
We were joking a little bit, but also not joking. Now this is 100% serious. No new character sheet.
I didn't want to say anything because I feel like it would have affected your decisions. But
I had fun.
This was the session to save Ravana. And the way you would have.
It was to be fair. The session you played.
No.
The
no.
finalish session you played for Ravana, beautifully, for someone
mean,
who's completely lost themselves to the power like
Hey, I got
dynamic.
told our paid